Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Lazaris.
And I'm Andrew Halcrottle.
We got it. Welcome to the Adobe Firefly stream. Today, we are going to be hanging out creating what, Alex?
Well, we're going to be making brand mockups with generative AI from Photoshop.
It's going to be fun. So we'll be in the Photoshop beta experience. If you are coming over from our Discord, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel right there and leave us a little purple heart on the YouTube chat or over on the Behance chat if you're there. Leave us a little purple heart. Let us know that you're coming from Discord. We love our Discord community, and we know you guys always show up for these every week here at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And you can follow us on Instagram. Look at all those little pop-ups. All right, Alex. Before we get in, we want people to work along with us. We want people to have some fun today. We want you to post in Discord showing us what you are creating. How do they create along with us, Alex? What is the process to get into this beta?
Yeah, so come on over to my screen. If you already have your Creative Cloud, app already ready for you to jump into, here's what your screen would probably look like. I've got my Photoshop, my Illustrator, Camera Raw, kind of all installed already. If you go under the left side of your screen, you should be able to see the apps list. It took me a while yesterday to find my Photoshop beta.
Yes.
You can type it in directly into the top if you want.
You can search.
Beta is
Right
pulling
there.
it up right there. But you need to use the Photoshop on your computer.
Yes.
So, am I missing anything?
That's it. So yeah, clicking on beta apps, you also can see what else is available to you right there. There's a lot of beta apps that may be available to you. You can go play around and see what's on the way. Nice to see some people in chat. We have Juan. We have Coral. Nice to see you. Purple hearts in chat. We have Patrick coming over. We have Camille. Lots of Discord friends coming over from the community. Nice to see you here. Open up your Adobe Photoshop beta and create with us today. Let's hop in and make some stuff today. We're gonna be generating a bunch of things. As always, this is a live show. It is a live. If you have suggestions for prompts, if you have things you'd like to see, if you would love to steer us off the rails into utter chaos, we would love to go there with you. So please put your comments in chat. If you have questions, drop them. If you have suggestions, drop them over in chat. And let's hop in, tell us a little bit about what we're doing, where we're going, what's our journey.
So essentially, I've pulled a bunch of stock assets, stock images from both Adobe Stock and Unsplash and other free resources for you to use. You can also download them from Express as well if you're using Express normally. So pull them in, I've got them all ready to go, and now what we're going to do is just kind of tell the AI where we want to place certain things for like a brand mockup. We'll also have some fun with it with some like shirt things and reskinning stuff. But for the most part, if you're thinking about this as like a brand piece for like, you want to maybe stage an image before you go to do a photo shoot, or something that you're wanting to use pre-commercial, this is a really good way to kind of stage it. Because right now, you're not able to use generative AI fill for all your commercial needs.
Yes, so still in beta, so we're still working on things, which means not available for commercial use quite yet.
Yeah, and you'll see some of the renders and things that we'll get won't look awesome to start.
Yes.
But that's because it's a beta.
It's a beta. And that's kind of the fun of it, is when we do these shows, we never would know it's going to be. So who knows? If it's weird, if it's wonky, it's beta, we're working on it, and we can laugh and have some fun and then move on and try to find something that's a little bit better.
Yeah, and if you've seen our streams before, we love chat interaction. So give us ideas, give us prompts, things that you want to see in the images. We're happy to incorporate them into kind of what the set dressing we're doing.
Yes, and let's do something real quick before we hop in, just because I want to show a little pro tip, is let's do 2 apples on this table. So let's generate 2 apples on this table, and let's make one of the selections small and one of the selections large. And what I want to show here is basically when you're working with generative fill, it is going to fill the entirety, every single pixel of what you are selecting. So if you were trying to put an apple on this table, this is probably about the right size for an apple, right? So we're typing in red apple, making the selection. It is generating that red, golden, delicious, crisp apple. And there it is, right there.
And it gives us 3 options.
Yes. Is there a hand on that apple? Yeah, all right. There's some little, like a reaching apple. Okay, so that's the size. Now, can we make a large selection and do the exact same prompt, red apple? Oh yeah, big boy. So again, it is all about the size of the selection. Even if you do a small selection, it's going to change the scale of that object. So when you're putting stuff into a scene, it's very important to be able to understand what the scale might be in your imagination and how big to make it, because I think this is going to generate a giant apple. Yeah.
Well, I think people are having a hard time understanding that this apple's maybe not, it is bigger.
Yes.
So I think we need to do a banana for scale.
Oh, I think we need a banana for scale. Good call. Banana for scale. Yes, that feels about the right scale. That. Apples and bananas. Big boy apple. Yes, I agree. This is supposed to be like mockups, and it's gonna end up being just like a cornucopia. Yeah, it's gonna be like a Renaissance painting of random fruits. There we go. Banana for scale. Oh, it's like it's a dancing banana going.
It's
Hey.
all right.
All right. I like the first one. Yeah, first one feels banana. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've got banana for scale. So again, when we're working with scale, it is very important to make sure that the selection is the right selection.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can now tell that the apple on the right is much bigger than the apple on the left because we had that banana.
Yes, and chat is saying that they were confused before the banana, so it's good that we know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and actually work on what we're gonna do today, and that is generating some mockups. Also, if you wanna stick around right after this stream in about an hour, we have Cyrus is coming on, and it is going to be an awesome stream. I got a little bit of a preview. We are going to be working with Adobe Firefly, with generative AI, and converting into video using stop motion. I saw some of the work. It's amazing, so please stick around for that stream because it's gonna be awesome. But Alex, where are we starting here?
So I just figured we've got this beautiful blank image, which I think is great. I think originally I might have photoshopped out a clock in the background or something like that. But most brand mockups I feel like people might be using as like either a concept pitch or showing the client like this is how I do my brand. Typically showing it on like a shirts or a laptop screen, a TV, business cards, all those things. We just plopped it in, and I feel like the scale's like pretty spot on.
It's pretty spot on. Yeah, I think you did a good job at getting the right angle.
Yeah, I mean I didn't do it.
Well, like of the right size
Yeah.
to like put the angle. Yes.
Photoshop did it.
Yeah, we like kind of did it.
Good job, computer.
Yeah.
So we got that. We got a laptop screen. So what we could do is like if we were to treat this as like a final one, let's see what other options it gave us. Okay. So I feel like this one feels like a better laptop, but this one feels more like a...
This first one will probably be easier to put something on the screen too.
So what we can do is just zoom in there if we want, and just kind of copy that screen size. And then what you do is just build another layer and then just fill it in with whatever color you want. Boo, boo, boo. I filled it with black. You can't see it. It's white now. What I'm going to do is just make it a smart object, convert to smart object. And then what I can do is take this and then double click into it and then just throw whatever image in I want. We have this. We've got all the things. There we go. I'll grab this image.
Is this your album cover?
This is my boy band.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we got this studio shot of Ethan and I. Whoa, squished it.
And the cool thing about working with smart objects is you can edit, change everything in the actual file, and then it will apply whatever's on the smart object. So if you have filters or distortions on the smart object, it will carry that over and apply those distortions regardless of what you do here.
Yeah. And so what we can do with this if we want is we can, like you said, with the distortions and stuff, you go to the edit effect and then you just do like transform, perspective, try to get it kind of aligned a little bit better to the screen mockup. Obviously, we're not going to spend all day fussing with the mockup designs, but I just want to show you at a high level what you can do really quickly within Photoshop. But this is how I would go about building kind of a mockup. So that's, boom, pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
No time at all. We can throw in like maybe a coffee mug, a cell phone, some business cards. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat, let us know if you want to throw anything in there or take things out. This coffee cup size, probably something like that.
And someone is saying, I've used it and had some weird results. Not perfect, sometimes requires editing. Yes, it's in beta, so we're still working on it. Sometimes you do get weird results, but it is intended to be a creative co-pilot.
Yeah.
So it's not meant to replace anything. It's meant to kind of just help speed up your process. And so like we said, doing mockups like this, of adding in, changing perspectives, it is a great creative co-pilot to go with you on your normal process. And yes, sometimes we get hands. I do know, Island knows specifically that the team is working on hands. I've been in a meeting that is about hands. So yes, there are things that are working on, and again, it is in beta, so we're on the way. Keep playing with it. See we can go. And actually, right next to me, hold on, right over there. Oh no, I need that back. There's a plus and a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So when you generate,
Oh, you're talking about.
yeah,
sorry.
on your screen. Sorry. So when you generate, real quick, yep, you can hit thumbs up or you can hit thumbs down. If you get a good result, hit that thumbs up. If you get a bad result, hit that thumbs down. If you get a concerning result, hit that flag and let us know, and it will get flagged by an actual person on the team so we can work on it. So that's really helpful data for us to help improve and make Firefly a lot better for you and Generative Fill.
I think that one of the things that's super exciting about this is, we've all been retouching images for a long time, but I think this is really, once it comes out of beta and everything, your ability as a retoucher, I think retouchers are going to have so much work, but also the world is just expanding for them.
Yep.
So many things that they can add, they can change, they can throw in there. Like this coffee cup, not fully in alignment with the overall lighting of this scene. It's a lot harsher light on that for some reason than other stuff. So like retouching that would just make it even better.
Yep,
later.
and being able to send this to a photographer
Yeah.
to be like, this is exactly what I want. Like, I want this kind of setup. I
Yeah.
really want it to look like this. I have these elements. Super helpful, so you don't have to like set up the shoot yourself. You can really generate, here's the mood board, here's the vibe we want, and then have a photographer go and shoot it.
Yeah, and let me just see if I can throw like a TV on the background wall too.
Yes.
Maybe that's somewhere like here.
Oh yes, and someone's saying, helping to extend images is a huge help to utilize. Yes.
Oh, we'll go into that after this mockup.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that right after this mock-up. I do believe that is one of my favorite things.
Oh, it's cool.
Especially, there have been so many times, and tell me if you've done this. A client is like, we need it this size. And you're like, okay. And so you move the image, and then you do the white or black gradient like over the side so that it covers the edge of the image. And then you have like, oh, it's trying to like separate the text.
Or you like duplicate it and flip it, and then also try to
Yes,
extend it that
and then
way
use
too.
like content aware fill in between. Yes. So we will be showing that. That is one of the best features of generative refill. Oh yes, it pulled the screen in. Honestly, what a vibe.
This is great.
A vibe.
I was wondering if we threw on like a monitor mock-up in there, like if we wanted to say, oh, let's put a monitor inside of a TV, would it try to do it?
Yep. And that's really cool that it's like generative fill.
Yeah.
And it's taking into context what's in the photo
Correct.
and then helping you put it in there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And blurring it out all the details to make it feel like it's in the background a little bit more.
Yep. And Megan is saying, I found AI tools to be a great addition to my workflow. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. But like, I mean, even that blank TV,
Yep.
like very subtly you wouldn't be able to see like the differences, like that it's not real. Like
Yeah.
you kind of have to like pay attention to it really quick. So we're done with that image. Good enough right now. Oh, what is this? A little poolside lounge.
Yeah. I love this for stories, but I need it for an Instagram post, Alex.
Oh, well, I can just add it to a library for you.
Oh.
So what I'll do here is actually just like take this foreground. Oop. And then I'm gonna put like a towel here.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe that's like, maybe I'm working with like a hotel client or something. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, we need to like really just like put a logo on a towel in this
Yes.
space.
Very Palm Springs. Right now we are at a motel in Denver. And I think that we can really use generative fill to make this a resort in Palm Springs.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think if we just adjust the color palette a little bit so it's a little less overcast, we'd really nail the Palm Springs
Yes,
vibe.
I agree. And actually, we can maybe play around with the adjustment presets that just came into the Adobe Photoshop beta.
Yeah.
And see if we can find a Palm Springs preset. And hello, I am Kanina, I believe it is. I'm so late, I'll catch the replay on what I missed. Yes, you actually can subscribe over on YouTube, subscribe to Adobe Live, and then you can watch the replay. Every single episode of every show that we do is over there.
Yeah. I really like that it just threw in this, like this looks photorealistic to me.
Yep.
Like it's got the background done well. Now we got a towel there.
Yep. The overcast shading and lighting
Yeah.
from our Denver hotel.
Let's adjust this.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can kind of just add stuff on top so that as we generate, everything will stay together. in a kind of unified tone and look.
All right. Teach me the adjustment layers.
Okay, so we can go to, I believe it's Window.
Okay, Window.
And then we can go to Adjustments.
Okay.
And it should pull up that window. And there we go. Adjustment presets. Those are brand new. And all you need to do is hover over, and it will give you a live preview. You don't even have to click on it. It's so good. And then if we click right there on More, Adobe's like, oh, you want presets? Boom, here's a million presets. So we have landscapes, right? So there are a ton of presets here. And not only is it giving you like the preview, if you click on it, it will add all of those layers to your document so you can see what's going on.
Oh, okay,
as you've been clicking, it's been like giving you a million layers. But you can hover over, and then when you're ready, one of those had a nice little blue water. I think that's
for the water snake?
Yeah, that's pretty Palm Springs. The orange, it's a little yellow.
I clicked it.
But what's really cool is, yes, it adds those layers down there so you can understand what's happening. And then we say, hey, it's a little too yellow or a little too orange. We can go in there and augment that and change that. So it's a great place to start. And again, Creative Copilot. This is not Firefly or Generative AI, but it is a really good partner with Firefly and Generative AI, being able to generate some images, generate some pieces, and then put everything underneath it. And now if we generate more, it will go with these adjustment layers because they're all just affecting the pixels below it. Magic.
That's great.
And hello, Gus Martin in chat. Nice to see you, Gus.
Oh, Gus. Hello.
Full octave jump for Gus.
Yeah, that's my squealing because I haven't seen Gus in so long.
All right, what else do we want to add to? I think we need one more thing. Sorry.
No, let's do it.
I kind of want to. What?
A beach ball in the water? A floaty? Or do you want sunscreen?
Let's do like something in the water. And this is like a little hack that I learned.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember how to do it is the answer. So I believe what you can do is you can do a lasso there.
Yep.
And then you can make your selection.
How big do I need to go? What are we doing? Are we doing a shark?
Let's do a shark.
Okay.
Let's do a shark. It's gonna be like a mini shark.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, like that's a regular shark size.
I don't have a banana. I don't know what the scale is.
So we can do shark, yes. And Jesus Ramirez has an amazing tutorial on this of how to generate so that it looks like things are underwater. And I believe what he usually does is a trick with opacity. And this is not the workflow. I can't remember exactly the workflow, but we'll do a shark, hit generate.
I typed shark underwater. Is that going to mess it up?
Let's see what happens. No. And then we'll take the opacity down, and it will help mix it so that it looks like it is going underwater, and it's a little bit of kind of part of this photo. Love it.
And it says, a rainbow floaty, please. Happy Pride. Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Happy Pride, everybody. Oh. I
feel like.
Those are the different. I was just thinking of what they would laugh like. These are great. So then I think what we could do is change the blending mode maybe and change the opacity.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I did something like.
Maybe like a soft light. And we may even want to like crop him out so there isn't as much water. So actually, this is a great example. If you were looking at, I think that one's good, and then maybe just use like select subject or crop him out. This is a really good example of it will fill every single pixel that you want in there. So it'll fill every single pixel that you select, not just the object. Okay, it looks pretty good.
It's
a shark voiceover in Express. Honestly, I've wanted nothing more. Can you just drop like this layer, this image into our library?
Yeah. And
we're gonna make that happen.
Who's being difficult?
Chat, we're good. Hold on. We actually might not have. I'm grabbing my mic. I might have messed everything up. We might not have sound on this stream. Studio manager, do we have sound on this stream? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're good. All right, let me plug this in. And we 100% will do a voiceover here, and we're going to show you the power of Adobe AI with Adobe Express, with Adobe Chaos. All right, let's go here. Let's plug in my mic. All right, we're good, y'all. So Alex has a Creative Cloud library that he has shared with me, and I can actually, if we want to hop over to my screen, we can go to Brands and Libraries.
I need to add it. Hold on.
Thank you. And we have I think it is Lazaris, and
Hawk and Laz.
Hawk and Laz, there we go. Right there. And I'm gonna do a couple things here. I think that I'm gonna have him like.
Do you want the whole thing?
Just like drag the. Actually, can you drag the layers into?
I'll give you the shark guy as a
Yeah,
layer?
give me the shark guy, and then, yes, you can just give me the whole thing. Just give me the whole thing, and I will do the voiceover on there. If you can mask him out into just his own layer,
Yeah, I'll do that.
then that would be helpful too. Okay, cool. We can hop back to Alex's screen for now. So he's gonna mask out the shark so that I can animate him in Adobe Express beta. And he's just dropping the individual layers into the document.
Do your thinking, Photoshop.
Think.
Could not find. What do you mean you could not find?
Oh, you're selected on the mask, yeah.
Boom.
All right.
Great.
It's pretty close.
I think that's. Do you need his?
Nah, it's fine.
I'll give it to you. It's fine.
All right. We're gonna mask it in. And yes, thank you. Someone in Gus Martin has found that link for us to show you how to do intensity to make things underwater.
Oh.
All right, so we can hop back over to my screen, and I have now in my libraries right here, I have the photo. So I can just add this photo here, and it's going to put it into Adobe Express. I will set that as the page background, so it's just gonna get nice and large for me. Actually, I'm not going to set it as page background because I need to bleed out just a little bit. And then once Alex is done with our little shark man, it will show up again in these assets. There he is. Look at this guy. There we go. So I can put him right there. That looks pretty good. I am going to change the blending mode here. Let's change the screen and see what happens. There we go. He's looking underwater. Take the opacity down. All right. He's looking pretty good underwater. And let's animate him. So we're going to go to animation and do slide. Let's do rise maybe. Yeah, and then have him rise into the left. Ooh, love it. All right, here we go, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here to media. We're gonna do audio, and I'm going to record voiceover. All right, here we go. Hey, you guys, what's going on? All right, I loved that. I'm gonna toss on these headphones real quick. I had a blast. And let's see what this sounds like over here. Again, using Adobe Express beta with the Photoshop beta. Here we go, let's see what happens. Hey, you guys, what's going on? The magic of AI here in the Adobe Creative Cloud. Wow, what joy that was. All right, back to Alex's screen.
I want that to be just available for everybody to be using immediately.
It feels great. All right, so we did it. We'll probably end up doing more of that. In chat, if you want more of that, if you want to see something that's more chaotic, if you have ideas, let us know. We're here with you for the next like 40 minutes to do whatever your bidding is. All right, and somebody in chat actually has a suggestion. The shark needs a hot dog or a soda for all that hard work. Could we maybe a hot dog?
I think. Yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get like one of those like Toy Story comically like, straws, when the bendy straws back in the day.
Oh, yes.
I wonder if we can get one of those.
Yes, let's play with that. And I'm actually going to watch this tutorial on stream while we're here so that I can tell you how Jesus Ramirez does his version of the fill. Let's see what happens here. I've got options. I have to navigate to chat on YouTube. Hi, YouTube chat. It's me, Andrew. I'm looking for that comment from Gus so that I can skim through. All right, what's your workflow over there? What are you working on?
I typed in soft drink with straw. Oh, there we go.
I like that it's like right to his mouth.
I think the AI knew.
It was like this. He looks thirsty.
That looks pretty yummy. Yum 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 yum.
Intensity. Okay, let me turn my captions off. 40% intensity. Okay. Generate object with varying intensity. A better workflow. All right, I'm gonna have to watch this after. So Gus did drop a link in chat to the tutorial by Jesus Ramirez. It's really good for putting things underwater. It's also good for making reflections, which is pretty cool.
Just fixing the layer mask. Boom.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
like the perspective on that feels pretty good. And we need a hot dog.
Yeah, I think a hot dog would be a good idea.
Okay. Anything else, chat? What
Any
else
other
do you need?
suggestions, chat? And someone's saying it's interesting that they got the perspective with such a minimal image.
Yeah.
I agree, but I also think the perspective on this is probably pretty easy because it is like
Super
hard
defined.
perspective.
Yeah.
That it's just like, boom, here it is.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't have necessarily the perspective of the ground. So it is interesting that it got that perspective so well. And Alex is actually trying, it looks like you're trying to, trying to make a path, first of all, but trying to match that perspective a little bit.
Hot dog. I feel like I haven't really been giving it that much, like, direct prompting.
Yes.
I've just been like, generic thing.
Yes.
Maybe we need to get into like,
Okay.
oh, let's.
Okay. And we did forget, chat is saying a Pride floaty. We did forget that we are in Palm Springs, and it is Pride right now in Palm Springs. So we do need to maybe do some kind of Pride element. So maybe we do like,
Maybe I need to just do a rainbow towel.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, regenerate the rainbow towel. What's cool is,
I smushed the layer. Let's see what I can do. I can just hue saturation.
hue and saturation to do a bunch of different rainbow stripes. We could generate over it, but we did smush the layer, which again, when we work destructively, that means that we are changing the pixels, which is what Alex did.
Yeah, more of like, do what we say, not what we do.
Yeah, totally, yeah. But what we could do is we could change that in the back end. Usually, you can go back onto the layer and change it back over. So what was the prompt we just put in?
I just typed in rainbow towel.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it might not work.
It's sometimes when you put in like modifying words, it gives you each of the words instead of the modifying. So it might be like, oh, I mean, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
What other options we got?
That's a confused one.
Pride towel, yep.
Barcode towel.
I
think this is the strongest one.
This is a rainbow capitalism, is that the
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that feels okay.
Yeah, I think.
The saturation's a little hot on that, but that's fine.
I think the saturation. Oh, it's because we have a lot of.
Oh, the saturation's hit.
We do like another. Do a pass on it. Just. All right, now we're getting into like way too much.
It's true. All right, so let's go back. Let's continue with our mockups. We got I like that anytime we do generative fill, it's like, all right, let's show you a professional workflow. And then it's like, a shark is drinking a drink in Palm Springs with a hot dog and a flag.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going here. Where are we going next?
All right, we're putting on our corporate overlord hats, and we're going to do, like a phone mockup. That seems like it would make a lot of sense in this space. We could also do a business card, but I think a phone could work really nicely. Boom.
And I like that you're just using your imagination of like, there could be a phone right here.
Yeah,
right?
And apparently it's like the size of an iPad.
It's one of those foldy phones.
Yeah, it's the Samsung like.
But it folds this way. It's a vertical fold, like the old razors.
Just smartphone. Boom.
Smartphone. Let's see what happens. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I did this yesterday or 2 days ago, and it worked really well. And it was like surprisingly good how it worked.
So something that is interesting is Adobe Firefly is trained on Adobe stock. So we are not trying to get into anyone's IP. And so if we put in something that is a specific term that is someone else's IP, it's not going to generate. So if you're trying to do like Mario and whatever, Mario's not going to come up. It will give you whatever it thinks is the closest match to the idea of a Mario. Okay. There we go.
Cool. So it's a little small, potentially.
I like that our selection was too big and the phone is too small.
Yeah, exactly. So I can just like kind of cheat it a little bit and just make it a little bit bigger.
Honestly, not too bad. And then you can just kind of mask out the edges a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And just a small, what I love is how good it is at detecting and mimicking the backgrounds.
Yes.
It's like, it's got all the beautiful things from like content aware fill tools. Yeah, it's just sweet. I'm just gonna
And someone is saying a hovering art director. Maybe we can add a person behind her. That's like a hovering art director.
Have you had good luck with prompting people?
I haven't, but I think that we could probably...
Just like a leg?
Yeah, I'm nervous, but like...
Don't be nervous. We got
maybe.
this. Let's see here.
Like a person standing...
How would I prompt that?
Maybe we could do shadow, like a shadow of a person.
Okay.
See what happens?
To generative fill, a person's shadow. Generate. I wonder what it would give us for hovering art director if we just typed that in.
Should we try it on like a blank document and see what happens? Why not?
On a blank document?
Yeah, just be like, give us that. Okay. I mean, like...
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's what I actually was kind of hoping for.
Like the art director's not hovering. He's right around the corner, being like, so what are you working on over there? I'm not mad about it.
No, both of these are like kind of in line with what we're looking for. We didn't want like a person's face in there because that'd be weird.
Yep.
So I think somebody's like leg kind of walking in there.
All right, let's do a blank document and do a hovering art director just because chat wants to see it, and I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So the max generative size for Adobe Firefly and for generative fill is 1080 by 1080. So if you are generating something and it looks pixelated or it looks like it's not the highest quality, change your selection size to 1080 by 1080. A little pro tip for you there.
Great. All right. Generative fill.
Hovering art director. Good luck, everybody.
Watch it just paste my face in there.
It's going to be, I'll bet it's going to be, okay, here's what it's going to be. It is going to be a like clapboard from a movie that is like hovering and then it's like painted.
Like a genie or something?
Yeah, so it'll be like a hovering, oh my goodness.
Wow,
it like actually generated a person. And he's like, so what do you have for me? What options do we have? Okay, what else did it generate? That's hilarious.
I did not expect it to be this good.
I didn't either.
And he's got like the art pieces.
Yeah, he's like, this is, and like there's a huge art piece in the back that's just like tape that he's like, oh yeah. Okay. Very judgy. Yes, I love this.
Yeah, this is great.
I can't believe it did that. Someone is saying a small trash bin on fire. Sure, we can put that somewhere.
We'll just make another layer.
The body language, yes. The importance of body language.
Small trash bin on
fire.
I think we should try to swap out his outfit.
Oh.
Like make him like, vacation hovering art director.
Yes, I like that. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is something that's interesting that happens sometimes with your prompts. Is what it's doing is it is putting, so what was the prompt that we put in?
A small trash bin on fire. So it took
a small trash bin, put it on fire. And so sometimes you can have to change your prompt to be like in flames or like a flame or use different words and try to think of how is it understanding and interpreting this image, because you might be able to nudge it in the right direction with the way that you do your prompt. Good prompts usually between 3 and 8 words. There we go. What did we change here?
I changed it to dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
Because I feel like that's like more, like, it's more broad, but it also has like a lot more weight to it.
I agree. And if you love dumpster fires, tune in every Wednesday at 1 p.m. We have a show called Adobe Office Hours. We always say that it is Adobe's favorite dumpster fire. It's one of my favorite shows. We help you be more creative. It's fun. It's crazy. It's off the rails. So join us 1 p.m. every Wednesday for that show. All right, let's definitely change an outfit. How do we make this hovering art director a little more judgmental?
Yeah, I think everybody has that experience of like sending off emails to people that are on vacation.
Yes.
And getting back a response and you're not expecting it. So maybe we vacation him up.
Yeah. So maybe select subject and then change the background.
Yeah. Or you want the background changed? I was gonna change his shirt.
Oh, change the shirt, but let's do the background first. Let's put him in like the beach.
In the beach.
And something that you could do here, there's a couple ways you could do this, is you could, select the subject and then generate the opposite of the selection. So generate the subject and then change the selection to be the background. Or you could remove the background and generate something entirely new. There are options. We're using the object select tool here, by the way. Photoshop will actually detect where a person is or where an object is, and you can just click on it, and it will make that selection. Okay, can we make the selection and then generative fill on that layer or on top of that layer?
Oh, that's how you do that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I got the selection.
So I just made a selection
I'm gonna
and then
inverse it.
invert it, yeah, which you can use the contextual toolbar down there. Or just do that, yeah. And then let's generate, Where do we want to send him? Chat, where do we want to send our hovering art director that is judging us from a distance?
It's Margaritaville.
Margaritaville?
It's not going to be TOS.
Margaritaville's probably TOS. I think that it's probably, I think it's IP. Oh yeah, what does Margaritaville look like to you?
Not these things.
Honestly, anywhere can be Margaritaville with the right attitude, Alex.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Chat, where do we want to send our hovering art director? Someone said lasers out of his eyes. That might be an interesting, to add lasers.
We can do that.
Oh, I actually have a hack to add lasers. Here's what we do.
Okay.
Is you are going to make like a laser shape from the eyes of a selection.
Okay.
And then you are going to do it on a fully white layer. And then you're going to do like lasers shooting with a black background. Okay, the beach. Tropical bar. That's the tropical bar that someone just said right there.
This one was?
The next one, that one. That's Bora Bora. That's Hawaiian Beach. That's tropical bar. I think that's a good one. All right, so let's go ahead and add those lasers.
Okay, so blank layer.
Yes, I'm gonna talk you through it like we're dismantling a bomb. What you're gonna do, blank layer, fill with white.
Boom.
From there, we are going to draw out the like laser angle and shape of the eyes. So if you want to, you can just change the opacity of the layer. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's draw out with a selection what the lasers are going to be.
So you just...
and I would do like a triangle shape, yeah. Yep, totally. And then we can do 2 of those. 1 for each eye. All right, this is my hack. I love doing this. Because it fills every pixel, you cannot have things like lasers or flames because it will completely change your image. But you can hack it by creating a white layer, and then we are going to generate these lasers right there. And now you can turn that layer back onto 100% and generate lasers on black background. And if you're thinking about this, doing things on a black background allows you to add it as if it's light. Doing things, on a white background allows you to do things that are light. If you do it the opposite way, it will make it darker. So if on a white back, okay. Interesting. I'm not mad about those.
Those are pretty cool.
So let's do those. And so now what we do is we simply will go and turn off our white layer. And now change the blending mode to screen and watch what happens.
Oh.
Right? And so it changes it so that all of the black goes away. I don't know where those white lines came from.
I don't know either.
Is there a stroke or something on it? They weren't there. But what it does basically is, let's actually generate it on a black background. Let's try that.
So same selection, or what are you saying?
So on black, so do the white layer that's underneath it, change that to black, and then generate the lasers and see what happens. Because it is taking the context of what's around it to generate those layers.
Got it.
And so, yes, let's generate on a black background and see what happens here.
Cool.
And I think maybe we can just click on that and regenerate, like retype.
Yeah. We could. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That saves us from masking everything out.
It does. It saves us from so much time. All you need to do is click on it, and then we can, generate right there. And I believe you said same prompt, right?
Yeah, same prompt, just rerunning it.
Which is interesting because it will give us something different because there we go. That's what we wanted because it's on a black background. Yes, those second layers are so much better. And so now, yes, with that screen, it takes all the black away, and you get this cool kind of laser effect.
There you go.
You're welcome. We're here to help. And someone's saying you need to change the smile to a scowl.
Oh,
we can do that.
we can do that.
Like
What's
a angry mouth.
That's should we use the prompt for that? Because we can use the Sensei.
Should we use the neural filter?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So
it's gonna look funky whenever it's like this, but
let's try it.
Okay.
I would like compress everything. Control, what is it? Command Shift Option E or whatever, to merge everything.
Including the background.
Oh, not that. Hold on. You merged everything. Undo that. Okay. Hold on. Let me. I don't know what
This is the most hovering art director.
Yeah. I don't know what it actually is. It's Command Option Shift E. There we go. It makes a copy of that layer. And so that way it's not compressing everything. It's making a copy so you still have all the things, but it's compressed. Okay, let's go ahead and use a neural filter.
Okay, we'll go to filter. Wait, how do we do it again?
It is filter and then is neural filter right there at the top. Neural filters right there.
There we go.
And then it's going to give us all kinds of options. And yes, I don't think we've shown neural filters on these. Neural filters are in Photoshop, and they are things that help you change your photo. So there's a great restore, there's a great recolor, and we, of course, are going to be using one of them here that is the
Smart Portrait, right?
Smart Portrait, yes. And we'll probably need to download it. It'll take a second to download. Okay. So Smart Portrait is going to allow you to change the direction of the eyes, the age, the smile, the amount of hair. There are all kinds of things. So all there, you can see that there is
happiness slider.
So let's see if we can make our subject happier.
I'll put him at 37%. I don't want to,
We want, yeah. I feel
I don't
like
want him to be too happy.
Yeah, art directors are never above a 37% happiness scale. And it does process this in the cloud, and so it is going back and forth between Wi-Fi to analyze the image, figure out where the face is, and how to change the face to look more X, Y, or Z. So what are the options that we have here?
So we've got...
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
That's so cool. So let's try to make him less happy and do scowls.
Okay.
So let's take this happiness way down.
So like minus 37.
Minus 37, yeah. And then what other options do we have that we can use?
We got facial age, we got hair thickness, we've got eye direction. So
yep.
maybe
and then,
my lasers aren't.
There we go.
I like how his ears changed too.
That's good. So let's open up expressions as well. And
surprise,
we can
anger.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
anger is plus.
We brought plus the anger. And yes, art directors can be happy. I agree. I think hovering art directors generally not the happiest. I could have used this on my Christmas cards 8 years ago. Couldn't get my kids to smile. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is great for that. It's like honestly really good for if you're doing a photo shoot and you realize you didn't capture the perfect thing. Just small nudges to the face is really helpful.
So let's make him a little bit older, and then let's make him maybe looking. Actually, the eye direction's really on point for the lasers. So let's maybe make him a little bit older by doing that facial age all the way up.
All the way, plus 50.
There we go. This is gonna be. Oh, we went all the way up. I said it, and I don't know if I meant it that hard, but let's try it.
It doesn't look like it's changed yet. Roll right says, oh no wait. AI tells he might be 30, but he looks as if he's 50.
Oh, look at what it's doing up top. I think that it's changing the hair. So it's figuring out the hair as part of that facial age. Let's take it down and see if we can make him younger.
Okay. Because I can give him plus 9,000 hair. Huh.
Let's see.
So
little baby.
It did its thing. It didn't.
Little baby face. I think the lasers are messing up the facial recognition.
Oh, I agree.
But we definitely changed the portrait of how we look. So actually, let's go ahead and hit OK on this.
Okay.
And then let's turn that layer on and off, and we can see the difference in the faces.
Oh, it's like a completely new person.
Yeah.
Man.
That's crazy. Again, all AI here, which is really cool.
He does look visibly more perturbed.
He does.
He's
like, I'm on vacation. Oh, I heard that you did something to my file.
Why am I getting blown up on Slack right now?
All right, we got about 10 minutes left. Chat, if you have any other suggestions, please let us know. We are already off the rails, and we are going to continue to go off the rails. So if you want to, give us a prompt right there. You can see, give us a prompt that you want to see, give us a situation, give us an element. And for now, we're going to continue on with some mock-ups, which is what we're supposed to be doing this whole time. We're going to continue on some mock-ups and see what we can do.
So I'm just looking at this guy's shirt. Maybe we want to like change it out for an image. Maybe you know, I'm part of the black shirt crew. I'm a big fan of it, but maybe it's not what you need. Maybe we need.
Let's do a fun patterned knit sweater.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I hear that only the most successful and attractive people wear patterned knit sweaters.
Of course, they're the only ones who can pull it off.
That's it. Chat, I need thumbs up, please. All right, so let's change it over. We're going to select, make that selection, and then we are going to, do a patterned knit sweater.
Any more specifics? Do you want triangles in it?
Yes, definitely triangles. All right, what's our final prompt?
I did pattern knit sweater with triangles and neutral colors.
Ooh, let's see what happens here.
I feel like it's already going to probably pull some of your color palette just because the image already has it.
It gives this sweater. Ooh. Okay.
It always baffles me whenever I see it swap out clothes and it actually looks good.
Yep. Honestly, I want that sweater right now.
That's cool.
That one's cool too.
Dang.
All right, I like that one. I think that's cool. That's really cool. Chat, someone's saying Christmas. So maybe let's do another generator. So we can change this. We can actually just add to the prompt on this layer. And we can add in Christmas very easily and quickly by just typing the word Christmas into that prompt.
Duplicate it.
Okay. We learned our lesson.
So pattern knit sweater or just do
actually
Christmas sweater?
You know what? Let's not duplicate it because, so let's delete this layer. Because I want to show you, no, it's fine. Because it will add, so if we delete it, and then we regenerate this, it will add it in the variations. So we'll have the history in the variations, so we don't need more layers. And someone's saying Star Trek vibes. And we did Christmas sweater?
Ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to go for that, like, you know, office party competition type thing. Or like
I have a official ugly Christmas sweater from the Windows 1998 Christmas party, and it is great. Oh,
I can't hate these though.
Yes, I like this one that is just like, I don't know, here's Christmas.
Here's a Santa hat.
Yes.
Attached. Honestly, it's so impressive. Like, this is cool too.
I love that.
And I like that it has like the reindeer. Oh, you know what we can do?
What?
We can try to see what would happen if we like expand this image.
Yes, and someone's asking, are we doing any branding mock-ups? We did a couple. We will do a couple more in the last like 8 minutes that we have here. I'm so sorry. We got off the rails really quickly. We try to make these shows, again, they are live. So we have a plan, but then chat started suggesting things and we kind of kept rolling with it, and here we are. Adobe Live is here for you. So yes, we can do some branding mock-ups because we do take requests, we do it live, and that is where we're going to go to right after this.
I was really curious where the shirt would go because I saw the antler.
Oh, that's like a bear. It like gave a bear shape. Like that feels like a bear like running through a Christmas forest magic.
Yeah. I think it's only because it has this like image and it was trying to like figure out what's next and we didn't really prompt it, so that's why it's not as dialed as the other.
Yep. Okay, let's do some branding mock-ups here.
Fine.
All right, talk us through where we're going. What are we going to try to do some branding mock-ups to kind of show how we can leverage Adobe Firefly with our brands?
I've got this one's cool. I got this. So I got this image of this kind of like cool little building, and I want to use it for branding mock-ups, but I don't necessarily want to do all this on the side. So I'm going to try to expand it on the other side and then use that as our mock-up. So I'm just going to expand that canvas over and then let Generative Fill figure out the rest of that building.
So we're just going to make a selection. You want to make sure you overlap a little bit with the image so it has something to sample from. And then we are going to Generative Fill and not put a prompt in and just hit Generate. And with no prompt in there, it will kind of just guess on what needs to go there and fill it in, take the context from the image, and it will extend it here, which is going to look really good.
Honestly, that's
probably close to the other side.
Yeah.
And we have options. What other options do we have here?
That's probably what I would use.
Yep, to get it a little further out.
Mm-hmm.
That one's probably,
I think it needs to be this one because the other, like,
Yep.
it's got the stippling or whatever the effect.
Oh, that's true. Yep. It
So I
got a
think-
little bit wonky on the sky toning up in the top left, but that's not a big deal.
No, that's an easy Photoshop fix.
Yep.
So essentially what I would do from here, again, like we did with the laptop mockup at the beginning of the stream, is we would create like a shape layer that we think is like roughly the same kind of dimensions or shape, and then we would create our own little layer, just fill it with a color, and then convert it to smart object.
Oh, and then we can use the perspective.
Yeah, and then we'll use our perspective tool.
So you can actually not use the perspective tool. I'll give you another hack. You can use the transform tool, hit Control T,
Okay.
and then you can click and drag holding Alt or Option. It's one of the two. And you can drag each individual anchor point. There we go. Yep.
Oh.
And then just snap it in. And that way you don't have to like weird shifts. You can just do like corner to corner.
That's really clever.
It's really nice.
Okay, so
I
now
didn't discover this until like way past the time that I would have liked to.
that is
That's the journey of every creative. It's like, oh, this hack just saved me 9 hours. Great.
honestly, with how fast Adobe's constantly iterating on stuff, it's so hard to keep up sometimes.
It really is.
And it's like the Puppet warp, perspective warp tool versus the perspective warp transform
Yes.
are two different kind of.
Yep. So we have it at the right perspective and it is transformed. Now, because it's a smart object, we can come in here and let's say that we want to put like a mural on here.
Yep.
We want to put our logo on there. Everything that we change in this document is going to be augmented onto that new perspective at the same time.
Yeah, so I'm just going to throw this
Wow.
Lazaris logo on
Shameless promotion.
there. I mean, yeah, why not? It's not for commercial use. We're just mocking things up.
Just a
Have
little
some
mock.
fun.
Just a little fun.
And just update that smart object.
And boom.
Boom.
So you can check that out. So it is at that full perspective, which is really cool. And then if you wanted to, we could actually make that layer, like change the blending mode to multiply. And if we put color on it or you had some kind of mural that you were working on,
Yep.
it's actually going to like push that down onto the image so it'll look like it's blending a little bit better.
Yep, and I'll grab that and I'll just grab color layer. Boom, pull it down.
And there's no blending modes on the actual file, but because the layer is blending, boom, we got it.
Yep.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Maybe I should go buy a building.
You should go buy a building. That sounds like a great plan. Laura Co is asking about the branding mockups. What else would you like to see mocked up? Because we do have a bunch of options, and Alex is actually showing a really cool workflow right now. What did you just do?
I just essentially am grabbing the type and then I'm just trying to essentially content aware fill, but with a generative fill.
Yes.
And we'll see what it does. Gives me options.
Options. Boom. So it's really, really good for removing things, especially when you have little lines like that it's trying to find.
Yeah.
It's really good. Just don't put anything in the box, and you can just click, and it will be in there, which is really nice. So let's say I want more of the road at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and extend a little bit further to give us some more of that road.
So just go straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually you can see your smart object really well there.
Yeah.
You can see where we transformed that smart object is actually going all the way to where like the wall would be.
Yeah.
Ooh, should we? No, let's not. That would be stressful. We got about 2 minutes left here. So if you have suggestions, get them in. And make sure you stick around. The next stream is going to be incredible. We're gonna be looking at a video workflow using Adobe Firefly, generating images, and then creating this kind of like stop motion effect. I got a preview. It's awesome. I would watch this stream, and I watch, like, there are a lot of streams that happen. I would specifically put this on my calendar to watch this next stream, so make sure you stick around. Someone's saying, can you mock up something else over the chairs? Interesting.
What do you mean? What ideas do you have?
Yeah, how would you do that? I have an idea of how I would do that.
I wonder, do they mean like, should I put like an awning on the building?
Oh, let's do that. I think that they mean the wall and having the chairs stay in the foreground. What I would do there, what would you do?
I would mask in the chairs, but that's a lot of manual work.
I would probably do a select and then go to, so up at the top, go to select.
Just like object select?
No, the top, at the very top. the menu bar, all the way up. Yep, select, and I would do color range, and then grab the color range, just click on the wall.
Oh, on the wall. Oh.
Right, and then I do
smart.
that, and then I would fill this and make this into a smart object, but you're gonna get a lot of the sky. You'd have to like deselect the sky.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do, is I would do the select color, mask out the sky, and then you would have a pretty good idea of like what the selection of that wall was. And let's do it and then change it to color at least. We have like 30 seconds left, but I think we can do it.
Like, okay.
So just fill that selection with new layer and then fill it with a color.
Okay.
And I think we'll get pretty close.
Okay. I got gray. I put gray on it. So
Can we put like a bright color?
okay.
Sorry, just for contrast.
Yeah.
Alex is like, where are colors? How do I do a color?
I don't know Photoshop.
Okay, yeah. So it did pretty okay. You'd have to go in there and do some masking.
Yeah, that's
but
pretty
yes,
close.
it would be possible to do. You just have to go in and do masking. And yes, I also would use channels. Is a good call there, and you can kind of just paint in the area. So, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you stick around. The next stream is going to be awesome. Alex, any things that you would like to say as we close out this stream?
No, this is great.
Sounds
Thank you,
great.
everyone.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you in about 3 minutes for another stream. Make sure you stick around. It's going to be awesome. Bye.
Bye.